Imagine a night where you fall asleep next to the woman you love, feeling that everything in your relationship is stable and normal. There are no obvious problems, no arguments, no complaints. On the surface, everything seems fine. But in many relationships, what appears calm on the outside can sometimes hide emotions that are never openly expressed. In long-term relationships, people often assume that love alone is enough to keep everything strong. But over time, life becomes routine. Conversations become shorter, attention becomes divided, and emotional expression slowly reduces. Not because love is gone, but because both partners start focusing more on responsibilities and connection. Many men, without realizing it, assume that if there are no conflicts, everything is okay. But emotional well-being in a relationship is not measured only by the absence of problems. It is measured by how connected two people feel on a deeper level. Sometimes a partner may feel lonely even while sitting right next to the person they love. Women, like men, need emotional presence in a relationship. They need to feel heard, valued, and understood, not just in big moments, but in small daily interactions. A simple conversation, genuine attention, or a moment of care can often mean more than grand gestures that happen once in a while. But when emotional connection is ignored for too long, distance slowly grows. It doesn't happen suddenly. It builds quietly over time through missed conversations, unspoken feelings, and emotional neglect that neither partner fully notices at first. There's also a common misunderstanding that relationships fail because of one big issue. In reality, most relationships weaken due to small, repeated moments of disconnection. A lack of listening, a lack of appreciation, or a lack of emotional awareness can slowly create space between two people. The truth is, intimacy in any strong relationship begins long before physical closeness. It begins in emotional safety. When a person feels safe to express themselves without judgment, they naturally become more open, more loving, and more connected. In many long-term couples, the real turning point comes when one or both partners start paying attention again, not just to words, but to emotions behind those words. Tone, silence, behavior, and small changes often say more than spoken sentences. When a person starts responding with patience instead of reaction, understanding instead of assumption, and attention instead of distraction, the relationship begins to shift. It doesn't require perfection. It only requires awareness. Over time, couples who learn to reconnect emotionally often describe it as rediscovering each other. It feels like going back to the time when they first understood each other deeply, not because they became different people, but because they started noticing each other again. Even small efforts, like asking how your partner truly feels, listening without interruption, or simply being present in conversation, can rebuild emotional closeness that may have faded over the years. At the heart of every strong relationship is not perfection, but consistency and care. People don't need constant excitement. They need stability, attention, and emotional understanding that makes them feel valued in everyday life. In the end, every relationship naturally goes through phases. Some become distant, and some grow stronger. The difference is not luck, it is awareness. When two people choose to stay emotionally connected, to communicate openly, and understand each other with patience, the relationship doesn't just survive, it grows deeper and more meaningful with time.